Hello, this is the Podsquad with me, Nick.
And me, Will.
Today we're going to be talking about Ghost in the Shell, like the original films, and also the film which is going to be coming out on the 31st of March.
There we go.
What were your opinions on the trailers and everything, and the new films?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, I have to say. I do like Ghost in the Shell a lot, the original, the sequel film Innocence, and, well, not so much Standalone and Solid State Society. But anyway, I like the original, and I was a little unsure at first about the fact that they were doing a live action, but now that I've looked into it a little bit more, I am actually looking forward to it. But my look at the trailer made me notice something, to be honest, which I found a little unusual.
Yeah.
Which was the fact that they seem to be referencing a lot about finding out about Major Kisaragi's past and why she became a cyborg, which, and I might be wrong about this, but which I don't think was ever a big point in the original. I think she did mention...
I watched it recently and there wasn't any mention of it at all. It talked about how developed personality sort of thing and that, but that was really it. There wasn't much about her backstory or anything.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the point. There was never a huge amount about her backstory. I think, as I was about to say, while they're on the boat, her and Bato, and she's diving, I think there was a little bit about her wanting to find out about why she was a cyborg, but it wasn't sort of a main plot point. It was just a sort of offhand comment about sort of why people even exist in the first place.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly... No, it wasn't the main part of the story, which it looks like from the actual trailers, because they mention it all the time.
Yeah.
They say, oh yeah, I want to know where I'm from, and that. They've taken quite a lot of the same, you could notice the same shots, like the one where she falls down and...
no, they have stayed quite close in that regard, like the same sort of shots, so definitely the same starting point.
Yeah.
But here's something that I'm not sure about. With the original, it was set in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And she was at least I believe she was a Japanese police officer that was in Hong Kong for some kind of exchange program or something like that. Now, with the remake, it is taking place in Tokyo. That much seems fairly obvious from the sort of Japanese designs rather than Chinese.
Yeah, you can tell from there was like a weird spider assassin robot that had like the typical sort of Japanese.
Yeah, like a geisha.
Yeah.
Which actually makes that bit a little more confusing, because I believe that bit, as I said, I haven't watched it in quite a while, but I believe that bit was about corrupt Japanese diplomats attempting to use the fact that Kisaragi was there to conduct illegal activities whilst under the radar, so to speak. Which would make that quite difficult, because why that would be going on in Japan doesn't really make sense. But
unless it's someone else. Unless it's from a different origin than that. I wouldn't mind that too much, actually. I don't mind it being taking place in Tokyo. I think
some people might be a little more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it is a remake of an anime, and people might be more comfortable with the fact that it is in Japan as it is a remake of an anime.
Yeah.
It's more familiar to people.
Yeah, what do you think about the casting that Scarlett Johansson has been?
I don't know, I didn't like it at first.
No, so lots of complaints about it.
Yeah, I think they could have cast somebody Japanese for it. But after a while, I kind of got used to it, and they've done a good job of making her look quite a lot like Kisaragi's character.
Yeah, I definitely was like, when I was watching it, like straight away, I was thinking Scarlett Johansson would probably fit this character role quite well.
But the biggest problem was the controversy about the yellow facing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, I don't know if they did decide not to go with it, but based on the trailer that I saw,
it doesn't seem like it,
decided not to go with it, which I think was a good choice for them.
Yeah, definitely. Don't want to cause any controversy.
No,
definitely not.
And as for the other casting, we haven't really seen who's going to be fitting the major roles.
No.
The person playing Bato, I don't know, but I don't think he's actually been in that many...
I've recognised him before in other sort of action films, so he is sort of quite used to being in that same genre. So they do have to experience a few sort of experienced actors and that sort of taking part.
And then for everybody else, we haven't actually been given any casting. It's been kept reasonably under wraps. The main characters. So
do you think it will end up hitting the mainstream sort of Western audience or not? That's one of the only things.
Well, I'm not
really too sure.
Because
I know they had a Super Bowl advert, which is like one of the biggest.
And it is being advertised by Disney. So it will definitely get a lot of sort of exposure. And I know definitely people who were fans of the original Ghost in the Shell are definitely sort of anticipating it. So
they're definitely I'd say they're definitely watching. Yeah.
But I mean, on the whole, I think some films recently have actually kind of overshadowed it a little bit. It did back in its teaser moments and stuff like that. It did have quite a big interest. But now that it's moving into a sort of closer to release, we have things like Logan and, well, maybe not Logan specifically, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 that have become to slightly overshadow it, I think.
Yeah, I do agree. I hear a lot more about that, and a lot more other people talking about sort of the Marvel films and that.
So I think it will get quite a lot of coverage, but I think what will be more likely, what will make or break it, is advertising they do after they've released it.
Yeah.
To basically make not just people who have seen it and then go out and say other people should see it, but sort of saying this is a good film, it has had a good box office.
Yeah.
Now we need to watch it, basically. I think that's what will really, when we'll really start to see
make or break it. Yeah, this has been the Podsquad with me, Nick.
And me, Will. And
have a good morning, evening, night.
There you go.